Anyway, next, speaking of entertainment here now, I'm sure you've heard of many news or previous discussion wherein companies or gaming developers or gaming publishers like this one try to translate a game into whether a film or into a TV series. So a good example is The Witcher, a very popular game from CD Projekt Red, which they created, which was based from a comics, I think. And then they created a TV series now being shown in Netflix, which I've seen. So that's the best case scenario. But for other instances, is it practical for creating a TV show or even a film that is based on a what do you call this? Based on a game. Now, the very popular and controversial game of The Last of Us has been hinted to be in the talks or is in the process of creating a TV show already. Now, would the concept of The Last of Us be a compelling case for people to watch, similar to how The Walking Dead premise is, but with a slight twist to the core story here? Obviously, what made the Last of Us story made so compelling, obviously, it's not the gameplay per se, but the characters that is involved, the main protagonist here, right? You have Joel and Ellie here. So the story between the two was the driving point that made it successful in the first part. In the second part, not so much, right? Because of the controversy when they tried to pivot into a different character altogether, which I wasn't so for it. But if it sold a lot of copies, good for them. But the question is, what type of story are they going to introduce here? Is it still the same based on the game itself, or will they change it? Because I don't think they could create a TV series that's what already done in the games itself, right? And obviously, The Last of Us, as mentioned in the article here in AndroidAuthority.com, the show is going to premiere in HBO here. So HBO has been known to release some of the most popular TV series, namely the Game of Thrones. And so in this case, they're betting that the Last of Us TV series will be a big hit as well, which was developed by Naughty Dog, the company, and whether it's going to be successful, it's another matter here. So let's take a closer look here. There you go. So as mentioned, so for those who are not familiar with the story behind The Last of Us, it's a non-single-player narrative campaign or a third-person action adventure. The game centers on the main character of Joel as he tries to stay alive in a world of few remaining humans who are fighting to survive. So a survival genre where there's a virus infecting people, it's a typical apocalyptic scenario here. And then the character of Ellie, wherein she's a girl that being smuggled to another group where they find out that she may be a possible cure for the virus that's spreading throughout the world in their world. So how they translate that into the TV series is a very big question mark here. And how are they going to write the story? And what's interesting here is obviously who's going to play those main characters here is another. Now, before I discuss who's the main character, who's going to play the characters. Now, what's interesting here, it mentions that guess who's going to be the creative director, also be a co-creator for the HBO series here. Neil Druckmann here. So, I don't know if he has any background in terms of writing a story for a TV series or even a movie, and he wants to have footprint in there. Hopefully, he does a great job. Otherwise, you're destroying a great franchise that you have created in the first place here. Along with him will be Craig Mazin, known for creating the HBO hit series Chernobyl. And then producers are Caroline Strauss, who's known for their role in the Game of Thrones. You have Kantemir Balagov, Russian director known for Beanpole, who will be directing the pilot of the show. Now, here's the interesting part. Who's going to play the lead characters here now? I don't know if it's speculation or it's already been casted that the lead character of Joel will be played by none other than Pedro Pascal. For those who are not familiar, Pedro Pascal is known for the Mandalorian TV series, which is in turmoil right now, whether Pedro is going to continue as the lead character here. But he's also known for playing a character in the Game of Thrones series way back in season 4, which I saw, with a pretty spectacular death scene as mentioned in the article here. And he also starred in movies like Kingsman, The Equalizer 2, and the recent Wonder Woman sequel. And also a Netflix series, Narcos, which I haven't seen. So I'm looking forward to that one. But either way, so is Pedro Pascal the best fit for this type of role? Well, he's the one of the most popular actors right now. So obviously he's an one, would you say one of the best actors right now? So being able to play different roles makes him believable in a sense. And can't wait if the chemistry between the main characters, Joel and Ellie here, in this case, Pedro Pascal, and then for the role of Ellie, is going to be played by a former Game of Thrones cast member by the name of Let me see. What's Bella Ramsey? Let's see. Yeah, let's see here. So there you go. So Bella Ramsey is the one who played the character in Game of Thrones, wherein she played the lead house of Mormont, the Lady Lyanna Mormont. So obviously you need to play a young female lead here. So I don't know if she looks like Ellie in the game, but it does not matter. The question here is the character believable in the TV show? So the combination of Pedro Pascal here. So let's see. Obviously, it's going to. I think they need to put more white hairs in with Mr. Pascal here to make it more believable in terms of the aging process of what do you call this for Joel here. But I think Pedro can do it, and hopefully it's going to be a big hit for what do you call this for HBO Max here. Anyway, where was I? There you go. So as I mentioned, and it was mentioned here that the series will begin very soon. So they're going to start shooting sometime this year, and the series could begin showing for audiences to watch by next year, 2022. So it's going to be really soon. So hopefully they can get the story right. And I don't know how are they going to replicate similar how Game of Thrones is, just a few episodes, maybe 8 episodes per season or 12 episodes. Hopefully they have a good story behind it. Otherwise, it's going to destroy the image of of what they built with the franchise of The Last of Us here.